Hey, hey Capricorn. Thank you so much for joining me for your March reading. Very, very excited, as always, to see what's coming up for you. So you know by now probably, or if you haven't been here before, hi, I'm Madeline. I never do that. Did I do that? Hey. If you haven't been here before, then you should know that, I meditate and kind of focus and tune in on that Capricorn energy before I even turn on the camera and continue to shuffle. And Spirit was kind of giving me the impression that you've learned a couple of really important and harsh lessons lately. And Capricorn, that's kind of your purview, right? You know what I mean? Like, you kind of put yourself through it and put yourself through the tough stuff, but it's all for a good reason. And I love that, I don't know if you heard a card fly out and hit the table, but landed face up and showed me exactly how they want to kick off your reading. So these important lessons that you've learned, they were harsh. They came through sometimes like facing up to your ego is what Spirit just said, and then pull out this guy, the resting on your laurels card. So some of you have faced up to some ego issues, like, oh my God, holy shit, the attachment I had to this person was just the fact that they dumped me, or that like I didn't have a say in how things turned out, and I don't even really want that. I just needed to be free. I needed to realize that it was just me hanging on to it so I could let go. Like, if you're the only one tugging on the rope in the tug of war game, Capricorn, there's no point, right? So a lot of you get a chance to drop some crap this month. Love. Oh, yes, I can't wait to show you these cards so far, Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn, let's see. What's the story for you in March, Spirit? What are the events, the characters, the influences, beautiful, around Capricorn in March 2018? What are they receiving? What is coming their way in March? March 2018 for Capricorn. 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 What's coming in for Capricorn? Ooh. Capricorn. This deck. Your cards are like fighting. Tenacious like you. They're like, nope, nope, nope. Nope, not me. Next. Okay, Capricorn. 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 Just a couple more, please, Spirit, for Capricorn. Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising in March. Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. What do they need to know, Spirit, for their highest good? For their highest good. Oh. Oh, and you got a bonus card. Alrighty. Evolution. Significant change. As usual, you're building something, Capricorn. But not as usual. It feels like you are finding a new kinship with your intuition. Why do I say that? Why do I put it that way? Because you, my friend, come up as the King of Swords. You are a very logical sign. Very, you cut to the bone. Like, I love, and let me just say, historically, my best friends that I've ever had in my life have either been Capricorns or had strong Capricorn placements. But you cut to the bone. Your honesty, it's amazing and it's wonderful, and it's your authenticity is off the charts. But sometimes you can make people and even yourself feel cut off. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes Capricorn, those emotions want to swim to the top for you, and you're like, no, I don't have time for this. You know what I mean? But this month, it feels like your intuition can come in a little more clearly. Your vision is developing. Oh, I love. The way some of your cards, a couple sets of these are paired up, is very fortuitous. And don't worry, I promise I'm going to pen you down right now and show you. It feels like, Capricorn, you've made a choice. You've made a commitment to something that you feel very passionately about. For some of you, this is a love, like a relationship, but for most of you, I'm feeling more like this is a path. This is like I was standing at this crossroads going this or this, this or this, this or this, and not moving. And finally, either in the beginning of March or somewhere in the midst of March, this, like you make your choice. 2 roads diverge in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. You got to pick one, Capricorn, and it feels like many of you either have or you are. This is where I should say, Capricorn, these are general readings. So because it's not one-on-one, I get a lot of messages and I try to basically make it as clear as I can, but this should be empowering, Tarot. I want this to activate your own intuition and for you to be able to follow its thread through the reading, okay? So feel how this resonates in your own life. A commitment that you may have made. Maybe you made a commitment to fitness, is what Spirit just said. Maybe you made a commitment to moving somewhere. Either way, it feels like your commitment pays off. And it feels like you get a lot of signs in March that it's taking you in the right direction, that you have made the right choice. Like milestone, 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 door open, door open, door open. Feels great. Like, and if you've been here for a while, Capricorn, I think you know I have no problem saying like, oh, this looks rough. But it doesn't. It looks great. And I should just show you, huh? All right, let's do it. Come on down with me, Capricorn. Let's do it. Ooh, and there's your bonus card. The moon. Don't worry, we'll get there. Okay. So commitment, that first card that I showed you. The Lovers, passion, your bliss, what excites you, what lights you up, what feels satisfying. Spirit is saying that for many of you, it's your industriousness that is satisfying. Some of you haven't tapped into it, and some of you have been just like, it has stagnated or you've left it for too long, and getting back into like, hey, wow, when I take action, results happen. Wild idea. But you know what, Capricorn? Sometimes you need those periods of like languishing to figure some shit out and to figure out like, oh, this is why I was languishing. I was bored, or I was tired, or I was depressed, and I like needed to change direction. I needed to change course. Now I said like the way some of these cards are paired up, and this is one of them. Following the compass rose, following this star of 6 swords, and then the actual star card. Glorious. This is so saying that you're headed in the right direction. Toward clarity, toward hope, toward optimism, toward magic. That's the star. Just when you thought that you maybe were too deep in the night, too deep in the change, too deep underwater of your unconsciousness to see where you were going, you can trust your intuition. You can trust the vision. Spirit is saying you can trust the fact that you keep feeling pulled to do this. And even if you did spend a lot of time, like I said earlier, going like, I don't know, this way or that way, this way or that way, this way or that way. If you kept feeling the tug to go that way, even though maybe it was harder, you know, even though per aspera astra, okay? Through tribulation, through the rough road, to the stars. That's usually how you see it, Capricorn. Like, through this hard work. That's just how you like it. So sometimes you make it a little harder than you have to for yourself just because you won't believe it's real unless it's hard. Spirit is getting so real. They love you so much. Please know that that's not a judgment, Capricorn. You want it to feel like you worked for it. You want it to feel solid, and if you haven't worked for it and it were to just arrive on a silver platter, you would question it, and it would feel flimsy. It would feel like it could go away at any time. But let me tell you that someone is going to make you an offering, but it's not on a silver platter. It's a golden opportunity. It is to be seized. It is to be nourished. It's something that you can do. It's something that you, if you put the work into it, you can grow this. This is the Ace of Pentacles, so it's just the beginning. Again, another powerful pair that comes through together. The Ace of Pentacles followed by the 2 of Pentacles. 1, 2. Step 1, step 2. Very beautiful. You're being offered either some new money, some new opportunity, some new home. There is a new resource coming to you in March, and Spirit wants you to capitalize upon it, to use it, to leverage it. When you turn this to the side, it's the infinity symbol. 2 coins can become infinite if you spend them right, if you leverage them correctly, right? Like, you might be extreme couponer, you might be just really savvy and saving and being really careful with your resources. That benefits you this month. Parlay the little bit of new money or new opportunity you get, and you can make it infinite. Sorry, I'm spatially challenged. You can make it infinite. From 1 to infinity. If you play your cards right, no pun intended with the cards. Everything that you've been through has brought you here, Capricorn. So then that means that nothing you've been through has been a waste. Spirit wants you to take the lesson from every little bit of bullshit that you've been through, because you have a tendency to identify with the hard worker, but sometimes not with the rewards. Okay, so maybe you're like, this sucked, and this sucked, and this sucked, and this was rough. But Spirit wants you to be like, okay, yeah, but I also learned this, all these weapons behind him. He gathered them from all the enemies he's defeated. So all the obstacles you've come up against and defeated, you have learned something, Capricorn. And can you consider how these difficult lessons, and in combination with these resources and opportunities that you're handed, can you see what they're adding up to? Can you blend your intellect and your intuition and change your perspective? There's not a lot of rush in your March reading. There's a multitude of opportunities. But you are not one to leap before looking, okay, Capricorn? You're going to get a lot of opportunities, but it requires that you shift your perspective if you're going to pick them, if you're going to know the ones that you want and go for it. One becomes infinite. That's what they're reminding me. So do you know what you're committed to, Capricorn? Do you know what you're committed to growing in your life? Look at what you say you're committed to, then look at what you do. You know, if I say I'm committed to building a business, but I spend 8 hours a day, like, surfing the internet or watching YouTube instead of, like, doing my work, well, my actions say that I'm committed to watching YouTube, right? Very simple formula. Spirit is saying what you build, it's creating something. So think about what you're doing. Think about what your actions are building. Think about the culmination that they will result in. 1, 2, and a little further down here, 3. What you seize and work on, it's going to bring in exponential new opportunities. And it's kind of like this, Capricorn. It's just a universal law. As above, so below. As within, so without. If you take this resource that you're given and you do well with it, as Spirit is showing me that you are inclined to do, and make the most of it, life will present you with better results. Life will present you with better options. Like, oh, okay, well, we offered her this, or we offered him this, and he was able to do that with it. Well, then he must be ready for the next level shit. You know, whereas if we're handed something and we don't really do anything with it, or we kind of waffle or whatever, it can just, you know, dissipate. The energy can dissipate. Well, this is strong energy, and it looks like it's going to make you very happy. Spirit is showing me many of you working in groups, possibly even in trios, literally, because this is, both of these cards are about community and early wins. And they're both also about 3 different notes coming in and producing 3-part harmony. So maybe you're a writer, but you need a graphic designer and a publicist, or, you know, or some arrangement thereof. Or, you know, you're a you're an actress and you need an agent and a publisher, whatever. Like, bring in the expertise that you need, Capricorn. Bring in the people that know how to do the technical aspect if you do the creative, or vice versa, and you will be celebrating. It looks like you're forming an incredible team. It looks like by the end of March, you're like, oh my God, look at what we did. Like, look at what we've already done. And we have so much further to go, because this is a big win, but it's like just the beginning. We're just starting and it's already great. So imagine where this is going to go. Party hard. Celebrate this milestone, Capricorn. Again, sometimes you identify with the hard work and not the reward, as Spirit said. And Spirit wants you to start getting into the reward and being like, this is why. This is why. Why? What's the why? Why am I committed to this? Because that will give you the strength to get through this. You know, the hard work and the bullshit. Commit to what you hope for. Commit to your bliss. And you will experience an internal shift that brings in more opportunities. Okay? Faster than you think, you can get further. Further and faster. Further and faster. And you will be celebrating. You're experiencing a major evolution. And I'm feeling strongly like your life is going to look different between March 1st and the end. 31 days, right? A lot can happen. A lot. Keep an eye on the new and full moon dates is the other thing Spirit is telling me about this. Check your calendar. Look at your chart. See where your personal moon is. Okay, Capricorn. So now, let's look at your Fiercely Focused spread. And if you have not been here before, Capricorn, this is a quick 5-card spread to finish up your reading, where I pull a card for a theme for your month, what Spirit wants you to most know, do, embody, or be aware of, and then the steps that will benefit you most to take when it comes to the earth, air, fire, and water elements of your life, i.e. the physical and financial, the mental, the emotional and relationship stuff, and then your creativity and your inner, like, fire, your spirit. So we're going to start with the theme for your month, but Capricorn, I want to look at your pretty face while we do it. Hey. Okay. All right. Woo. I'm down here, Capricorn. Okay. So let's pull a theme for your month. Spirit, what does Capricorn need to be aware of most, embody, do, or experience? What is the archetype most affecting their life in March 2018 for their highest good? Love! Love. Love. Commit to your gift, hello, and then you get the Magician, Capricorn. And Spirit was even using the word synthesize, talking about, like, can you synthesize the skills that you've gained, plus the battles that you've been through, and what they're trying to encourage you to give to the world. Like, I think it was Glennon Doyle, and I'm going to butcher this quote, and I feel terrible because it's a great quote, Capricorn, so I encourage you to Google it. But she says something about, you know, what breaks our heart and what we love, at the intersection of that is like our life's purpose. Again, look it up. She said it much more beautifully and perfectly than that. But that is what Spirit is talking about for you. You were given the challenges and the gifts that you were given for a reason, a beautiful reason. The Magician's all about synthesis. He has all 4 elements of the tarot right in front of him, and with just those 4 elements, he can create anything. Just like that Ace of Cups then becomes the 2 of Cups, which becomes infinite. This is so weird. This isn't, okay, this is really nerdy, and forgive me, Capricorns, who have no idea what I'm talking about, but this is what Spirit said. So some of you must play like Magic the Gathering, and they were referring to the way that when you like tap a card, you turn it to the side, that's when you like activate it. So bear with me, but Magic the Gathering, the Magician, you're creating results is the bottom line, Capricorn, and it's by uniting, again, I'm going to say, your intellect and your intuition. They're not at odds. They're working together beautifully, actually. There's just kind of a societal thing that makes us think those things are at odds. They're really not. They're equally important, equally valid. They just need to be honored as such, and then they'll get better and better and better. Okay. So, Now let's look at your element. Your finances, your resources. What does Capricorn need to know in March, Spirit, for their highest good? Accept the generosity that is given to you, Capricorn, is what they're saying. They're saying, again, it's like these new resources are being either given to you or you earn them, okay? Accept them joyfully and be generous where you can as well. Accept other people's generous offers, and if you're able to, you know, give some money to someone who needs it, or support a small business, or lend money to a friend, or give money to somebody you love who needs it, do so. And see how that creates only more flow in your life, you know? Money is fluid, and we gotta keep it moving. Keep it moving, okay? When you get something, turn around and share a little bit of it and see how it doesn't multiply. Another one of those weird little universal facts. Okay, so now let's look at your mental realm. What are you thinking? What are you saying? What are you hearing? What's going on in your head in March? Capricorn, you are brutally honest. You had the King of Swords in your last reading and now the Knight of Swords. I feel like some of you might receive like a tactless message or a very ill-timed message. Like, are you really going to say this to me right now? Like, when I'm experiencing this or when this just happened to me, you tell me this? What? I want to encourage you not to rush either to judgment or to respond. Try to have patience. That's what they're telling me. Like, the shift in perspective from your last reading, that's in part what this is for. You really don't want to react, you want to respond. So, you know, you pick up your phone and go, what the fuck? Don't respond. Have that what the fuck reaction on the inside, but take your time, strategize, intellect and intuition. How am I going to respond to this? Am I going to respond to this? You're not going to let them just bring it out of you, is all I'm saying. You know, don't react, respond. Okay. Observe, don't absorb. All right. Now, let's look at your heart, your emotions, Capricorn. What's going on in your relationships of all kinds? Which ones does Spirit want to highlight? They could highlight romance. They could highlight friendships. What do you want to talk about, Spirit, for Capricorn in March? A lot of options. That's what Spirit said, right? A lot of options, a lot of opportunities. Capricorn, usually it's not hard for you to say what's worth your time. But some of you are dreamers. Some of you are very creative. And here's the thing that Spirit is saying, okay? Not committing to one or two of these things or any of them is a commitment. It's a commitment to staying where you are. So you've got to try it to see if you even like it. You've got to go for it for something. You've got to commit to something and try it. Commitment was a theme in your last reading, and now you're seeing, okay, lots of options. They're not all good. Check in with your intellect and your intuition. This is so funny. Like, I've never like done it this way, but this is what they're telling me for you. Ask yourself intellectually, like logically, what does the evidence tell me like I should do or whatever, right? And like write that down or whatever. Just make a note of it in your head. And then check in with your intuition and what does it say you would do? And then maybe you cross-reference and go, oh, well, yeah. Like there's the ideal solution. If I incorporate both, then I come up with this other solution, and that's going to work perfectly. Synthesize. Synthesize, magician. You have everything that you need. You have everything that you need. Just think about what you really want. Think about the why. Why am I doing this? Where is this taking me? If I do this action every day and keep doing it the way I'm doing it for another year, will I be further along in my life or will I be further behind? Just think. Intuition and intellect, okay, Cap? Okay. And finally, let's look at what's inspiring you. What's lighting you up? What's activating you? What is lighting a fire underneath you? Yes. Inspiration. Brilliant idea you have, Capricorn. You had that Ace of Pentacles, now you have the Ace of Wands. A brilliant idea that can make you money. Don't let the spark die. This is just a spark. And just like when you're building a fire, yeah, okay, awesome, a spark, but then you have to bring it to life. Like rub the sticks together, throw, you know, paper and wood on it and bring it to life. Feed the fire, Capricorn. Commit to your bliss. Commit to what lights you up. Hello, Magician. Magic wand. Take up your magic wand, Capricorn. Make some magic. Thank you so much for joining me, Capricorn. It's always such a pleasure. I hope that this is really helpful for you. And if you like this video, please like it and subscribe if you want to see more stuff from me. Got a lot more stuff coming this year I'm really excited about, so yay. And please let me know in the comments if you have questions or if you want to tell me how any of this is resonating for you, or you can tell me on social media. All that stuff is linked in the description below. I really appreciate you. I hope this helps you have a more magical month. And if I don't see you before then, hope to see you in April. Bye, Capricorn.